I don't want to be a salty boy here, but this is bull. I don't really care about the Crunchyroll Awards, or at least I didn't, until my favorite show wasn't on it, so I'm gonna be a little biased. I have no idea what this video is going to be, because I have a lot of things I want to say, and it's unscripted, so we'll find out in post.
Hey, Past Connor, just want to let you know that yes, this has been very difficult, like trying to piece together a toddler's thoughts into a scientific thesis, so thank you for that.
If it isn't obvious already, I like anime, right? And, you know, I've been following the Crunchyroll Anime Awards for the past 2 years now since they started, back in the day when it was all Yuri on Ice. Oh, that was the time. And honestly, I've never had any problems with the Anime Awards or Crunchyroll in general. I really don't care. I know there's some people who like to get their pitchforks out at Crunchyroll. I really don't give a shit. Is this video going to be my opinion? A little bit. And by a little bit, I mean completely my opinion, but my opinion is always right anyway, so why does it matter if it's my opinion? I'm obviously joking on that point. And this isn't really an analytical video. I don't really do analysis videos. This is just going to be me talking about my favorite show of last year, Bananafish. Now, if you haven't watched Bananafish, I would highly recommend that you do, because it is an amazing show that succeeds in so many ways and is everything that I wanted it to be, and so much more. And not many people spoke about it. Now, before I actually get into my thoughts on Bananafish, let's go to the Crunchyroll Anime Awards website. Has easily one of the best protagonists, is not in the best protagonists. Dino is a fantastic antagonist. Genuinely, I watched Megalobox. I loved Megalobox, but Yuri does not come close to Dino. How can we even do this? Best boy. Now, I know that Ash needs to be on this. How is he not best boy? Oh, but don't worry, Skullface from some anime is on it. That's good, I'm glad he's on it. Don't know what that show is. I'm probably gonna piss some people off by saying that. Okay, yeah, its opening wasn't, you know, groundbreaking. It was pretty normal, I'm not gonna lie. Best ending sequence, I don't even remember the ending sequence. Where the is best soundtrack? Why do we not have a best soundtrack? We're just not having a best soundtrack? Is that like not a thing that is considered award-worthy by Crunchyroll? Am I missing something? Best fight scene, best continuing series. Where the This is gonna be my opinions on Bananafish now, right? There was so many best boys available for this that it's not even funny. Like, Bananafish could have had its own best boy contest, and every choice would have been valid. If you would ask me, Connor, choose a best boy out of the Crunchyroll Anime Awards, or choose best boy in Bananafish, I know which one's gonna keep me up at night. It's Bananafish. Do you know how many best boys there are? I'm just gonna let a ton of them cycle through on screen right now. One of the main points I wanted to get across about this video is how Bananafish was kind of like treated by the community last year. And it was kind of annoying because it was just labeled as yaoi. It was just labeled as yaoi. That's it. It's a yaoi show, girls flick their beans to it, and that is all the show is. Did you even watch it? Really? So we're just gonna call a show a yaoi if there is hot boys and there is sexual going on. Really? We don't call school days porno, do we? It is a shoujo. Do not get me wrong. But labeling it as just that, like it's some kind of public sex yaoi, is just completely absurd. Yes, it is absurd that everybody wants to constantly Ash, and Ash somehow gets out of every situation by being a magnet. I don't understand that. That is a little weird, I'll give you that. But no, it's not just that. This show by far had the most compelling story, the most compelling characters, such an interesting narrative that evolves over 25 episodes to the point where I had no idea where this thing was going, but I was excited for the journey. New characters kept getting added in constantly throughout the story, and at no point did it feel like they were being shoehorned in, except maybe Blanca, a little bit towards the end, felt a little bit forced. Other than that, it was amazing. And the soundtrack? Oh my god, this soundtrack is amazing. I'm sorry for shouting, but genuinely, it is amazing. Listen to this. Oh, and this. Yeah. And this. Damn, that shit good. I am not saying that Bananafish is a perfect show or one of the best animes of all time. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that it is most certainly worth your time, and it certainly deserves more praise than it received, which is kind of annoying. I genuinely believe it all came down to the fact that a lot of the community just labeled it as a Fujo or a yaoi anime, and that's that. Which is stupid. No one recommended Bananafish, except for my viewers. who are normally pretty thirsty for that kind of stuff. I love you viewers, but we know you are. Let's not beat around the bush. And I'm glad I listened to you guys, because this show is amazing. You know, the first episode, you're like, okay. And episode 5, you are just balls deep in these characters. There's a few character deaths that happened that really fucking had me ruined. Like, I didn't know what the f to do with myself after certain characters were killed. Spoiler alert, by the way. Most of the characters are fantastic and are multiple steps ahead of you of what you think they're going to do. There are some characters which are f***ing awful, and I'm sorry, but I don't like you, Max. I think you were a terrible character, and I didn't really see the point of your hatred against Ash. If you haven't watched Bananafish, please fucking do it. It was an amazing show. Looking back, and I finished Bananafish about a month ago, to me, it was real. It was so real, and the characters' struggles to me were so real. As absurd as the whole show can be at times, and don't get me wrong, it can be very absurd, it just felt real. In all the tension and all the horrible stuff that's happening, there's laughs. And through all the struggles, there are moments where you genuinely get real characters and real emotions. Like, near the end, I was bawling nearly every episode, and I don't mind admitting that. I'm a little bitch. I'll cry at a good show. It's what I do, and it's just a shame. It's just a shame. And I felt like this has been the show that has suffered so much because of the whole yaoi label. There have been shows before that have suffered it, but I think Bananafish has honestly been done the biggest disservice by being labeled as a yaoi by the majority of the community. And it's really a shame, because I think the first few episodes might lose some people who are looking for something else in that kind of show. I think the one complaint I have with the show is that at times it was very rushed, specifically at the start, where I think I was initially turned off by the show, because I watched the first episode in the first week that it aired, and I was like, and then I gave it a shot again, I think when it was back, like 18 episodes were out, and I just got hooked on that thing. And please don't misunderstand, I would gladly stand here for 40 minutes gushing about small details in the story and the show that I just adored, but I'm making this video for 2 reasons. For those people who haven't watched Bananafish, you should go do that right now. And for those of you who have watched Bananafish, just know I'm with you. I know how amazing the show is, and I've got your back, and I will fight anyone that says otherwise. Also, Crunchyroll, where's the soundtrack category, huh? Where is it? We all want it. I want it. I know Bananafish would win. I'm probably never going to make a video like this ever again, and that's fine. It's probably a terrible video anyway. I'm filming this, and I have a feeling this is going to be a mess to edit. Good job, Connor.
Really now? Is that what you think?
Despite how serious the whole show is nearly all the time, there's nearly something completely dramatic and overlooming the characters constant, but they somehow still manage to find a genuine laugh in there. Like, it's rare that I'm on my own sitting in my bed watching a show and will audibly laugh at a gag, but I can remember a few times where Bananafish just had me rolling. Like the whole scene when they're in the hospital and Ash just addresses a female and he looks so feminine. That whole thing just had me kind of like laughing a lot. And I have no idea why, because I think looking back it wasn't that funny, but I remember at the time it was just such an unexpected break in the tension that you could just cut with a knife. Like it was beautiful. I think another thing about the show that was kind of meh is that the only real villain who was extremely compelling to me and really interesting was Dino. The others, like the military dude and Arthur, I really just didn't really give a shit about and thought that they were kind of meh and not really that interesting at all. Dino was a fantastic antagonist. Every single time Ash did anything or Dino did anything, I was just like, oh god, how is this gonna fuck with the dynamic now? It is a damn shame that it wasn't featured in the Crunchyroll Awards. Am I surprised that it wasn't? No, not really, because after seeing how the community kind of treated the show and just labeled it as a Fujo bait, and then that's about it, I'm not surprised whatsoever that Bananafish is not in more categories, even though I think it deserves to be in many more of the categories. And we need it. Why is there no damn soundtrack category? Could you imagine the Oscars without soundtrack category? Like, for real? Especially this year, which had some stellar soundtracks. Like Megalobox had a fantastic soundtrack. Devilman Crybaby, oh my god, that soundtrack was good. And then you have Bananafish, which had some of the best bops, man. I use them in my videos, I like it so much. It is a crime that we didn't get a soundtrack category. I know I'm ranting so much, I just don't understand why. We have a best boy category for fuck's sake. And everybody skips the openings anyway, so who cares about the best opening? It's why Netflix has a skip intro button. Nobody gives a shit. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk, my beautiful weeps. I hope you had a great time. I know I did. Shouting at the camera is quite therapeutic for me. And in future, can we please not label a show a yaoi show or a fujo bait just because there's a gay couple in it? I feel like it's 2019, for fuck's sake. Surely we're above that. Have you never watched Modern Family before? There's gay people in it. People don't have a problem with that. We don't label Modern Family a yaoi, do we? Is Modern Family a yaoi now? What's your favorite show? Oh, mine's Modern Family. It's my favorite yaoi. Goodbye.